What's poppin', y'all? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Shades by Slade, and today we're going to be getting into Uche Natori's base makeup routine. If you know who she is, you know her makeup is always flawless. She do the whole bright under eye effect, and we're just going to get into it today because I'm super excited. It's always good to do something new, something different when it comes to makeup, because if you don't like it, you always take it off, and if you love it, just keep it on all day. All right, guys, so let's get into it. She started off with her eyebrows, and usually I have my eyebrows done already, but I did want to give you guys like a full in-depth detail Uche Natori's makeup base routine. So we're gonna start with the eyebrows. She did use Refile Brow Sculpt for her eyebrows. So for me, I'm gonna be using Benefit Cosmetics. I'm gonna be going in with the 24-hour brow setter because I don't have the Refile brow cream, but that's okay. So we are just gonna go in and we're just going to sculpt our brows how we want it to go. Usually I do my brows last, but it's okay. So I am just going in and I am sculpting them how I want them to lay. And I'm just gonna do the other side as well. And you don't need a lot. She used a lot. I don't know how Refry, yeah, I can't even say that. I don't know how their brow sculpt works, but this one you don't need a lot. Okay, so she set her eyebrows and then she just skipped to the next step, which is moisturizing her face. She did go in with the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Instant Retouch Primer, and I have the same one. So I'm just gonna go in and I'm just gonna prime my face. Remember, guys, this is very essential when you're doing your foundation because you want your skin to be highly moisturized. You do not want to put any makeup on and your skin is not moisturized. You will see it and it will become cakey. Just moisturizing our face here. Get in the eye area. Once your primer is down and it's good and set on your face, she did go in with her foundation. She did use the Danessa Myrick Skin Balm shade 9. Luckily, I have it. This is the Danessa Myrick's Yummy Skin, but I have it in the shade 8. So we're gonna use it. Most of her products I did have, some I don't, but the ones I don't have, I'm just gonna substitute it for the ones I do have. And girlies, remember, you don't have to go out here and buy all this expensive makeup. Pretty much substitute it. So we're gonna go in with the Danessa Myrick's Yummy Skin Balm. Okay, guys, so this is the Danessa Myrick's Yummy Skin Balm. And she did use a swipe on each side, but she did apply her foundation on top of that. So let's get into it. We're just gonna do one swipe with a dense brush, and then we're just gonna swipe it here. She did say she was thinking about going to the shade 8, so this is shade 8. And then she went in with her foundation. Okay, guys, so she did pair her Danessa Myrick Skin Balm with her foundation. So she used House Labs, but I'm gonna use Makeup by Mario, and I'm just gonna apply it to my face. I personally don't use a lot of foundation, but it is totally up to you. As she used her dense brush, she did just swipe it on. And we're just going to do that. And she also did go over her nose and into her eye area. So we're just going to do the same thing and see how it turns out. When I'm doing foundation, I usually don't bring it all the way up here, but let's just see how it looks. Guys, also make sure you are applying evenly. Apply evenly. So, just gonna make sure everything is just smoothed out. We're gonna get up on our chin area. Don't forget the forehead, guys. Next, she used concealer, and when she did concealer, she did use 2 different shades. Me personally, I don't like that super bright, but we're gonna get into it. I'm gonna go as bright as I'll allow myself. So the first shade, we are just going to go with our warm shade, and she applied it here in the corner of her eye. She did apply it to her bridge. She also applied it right here on her forehead, a couple slabs on her chin. Now we're gonna go in with our lighter concealer, and we're just gonna apply this up under here. She did use a generous amount, so we are just going to use, really, we're gonna use a lot. Now when it comes to concealer, I usually don't use like a lot, but she does, so we're gonna try it. And then she added her light here. She did go back here with it, and then came back up and added a little light. So after she did her concealer, she did do her contour, and she said she let her concealer sit as much or as long as she blends out her contour. So we're gonna place our contour, and then we're gonna blend it out, and then we're gonna go back to our concealer, and then we're gonna blend that out. For contour, she used NARS cream bronzer, but for me, I'm gonna use the Anastasia Beverly Hills cream stick, and she applied it here to her cheekbones, and I'm just gonna go up. She did apply it to her forehead. I'm gonna go back with the forehead thing because I have a bandana on, so I'm gonna go back and do the whole forehead bronzer thing. With the contour, she did go back and use her brush to place it, so we're just gonna place it here, and then she went here and here. She did add a little bit above her lip. And with the contour, she did come down more into her cheekbones. Guys, I usually don't go that far, but it's okay. I usually don't go that far on my contour, but we're gonna do how she did it. She also goes and add contour here to give it a more lifted look. Okay guys, so now she goes in and she just blends her contour. So we're just gonna blend it out. And usually guys, like I said, I usually don't go this low with my contour, but let's just see how it turns out. And you definitely see the warmth that it's creating. So far, I think I like it. And then guys, also you have to understand, do it according to your face shape. So if she angles hers a different way, you can also angle yours a totally different way. Everybody's face structure is different. I would just do it according to your face shape. We are blending until we feel as though we got all those harsh lines out. She did come back down here and add a little bit to the bottom where her chin bone is at. I like it so far. So we're gonna blend out our nose here. This step I really don't do, but we're just creating that bridge here. This is something I definitely need to put in my arsenal because this definitely creates that bridge that I do not have. And on her is just too cute. Okay, so now that we blended out our contour, we are gonna blend out our concealer. And she said she did like the way her brush blended out her concealer, dirty opposed to clean. So I have a lot of dirty brushes, so I'm gonna get a dirty brush. Before we blend, she did add some here. So I'm just gonna add a little dab here. Y'all, so let's start blending. We are going to blend here. She did say use stippling motions. So we are just going to pat, pat, pat. And make sure you get up in that eye area. And I'm just going to drag it out. In the video, she did swipe. So we are going to swipe when it comes to the edge of our eye and see how that looks. So she did bring it here. And we're just gonna keep blending. She did bring it down here. Now I'm gonna do the other side. When she blended, she also went up into her eyes, so I'm just doing that right there. And then her final pass through was with a sponge, so we're gonna blend our final pass through with a sponge. Do our final pass through, and I'm gonna blend with our beauty blender. Guys, don't look at my nails. I was supposed to get them done last week, but my nail lady, she canceled on me. But anyway, back to the story. So we're just going to blend out our final pass through with our sponge, just to make sure everything is in motion. And oh my gosh, I forgot, y'all, how good a sponge usually blends out. And we are just blending, child. We just want to make sure everything is just set. And then she went back in with her bronzer. So for me, I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna use the MAC, what is this? The MAC Rich Gold Skin Finish Bronzer. And I'm just gonna go in with this to just bronze up and bring warmth back to my cheek area. And you're just gonna put it where you put the contour before. You just want everything to go in on seamlessly. And you could just keep blending in until you feel as though you got the right blend. The next step she did, she went in with the Charlotte Tilbury airbrush setting spray, but I'm gonna use the Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray just to give it a lot of hydration to the face. Whew, that was cold. She did go in with a pressed powder to lighten up her concealer. I don't have a pressed powder, but I am gonna go in with the powder that I do have. And I'm gonna go in with the Beauty Bakery Flower Setting Powder. And I'm just going to use a small brush and I'm just gonna tap it on my eyes. This is gonna help it give it that matte finish look. And I'm just placing it everywhere where it's highlighted at. Where my concealer is at, I'm just placing it there. Okay guys, so when she did her setting powder, she used the brush, but I am just gonna use a makeup sponge. She is not scared to apply the setting powder, y'all. She loves it bright, and that's how we're gonna do it. So we are just applying it everywhere we put our concealer at. Even our foreheads. Put a little bit up under here. Again, guys, I said I'm going as light as I am allowing myself. You guys can go as light or as dark as possible, but for me, I'm just gonna tone it down just a little bit. She did go back in and add more bronzer. And I think with this whole look, it's like dark contour and bright under eye. I think that's like exactly what it is. But I'm just going in and adding more contour. And again, I am using the MAC Skin Finish in the shade Rich Golden. And we're just bronzing it up, honey. She did go above her eyelid, her eyebrow, go below her eyebrow, and she did bring it this way. She did bring it out this way. And everything seems to be blended, but we are just gonna keep blending until we feel as though it's just to perfection. Okay, and then she went in and she added a little bit of brown up under her eyes just to make everything look seamless. And then we're just gonna do the same for the other side. I'm gonna use this side of the brush to bring it out. Just to connect everything. And after she did that, she went in and she got her blush and she smiled. And she just added a little blush, not too much. You just want everything to go seamlessly. She did add a little bit to her nose. And then she went in with a pressed powder and she did go up under here. I'm gonna do it again, but I'm gonna do it with my setting powder that I have because again, I don't have pressed powder. And I'm just going up under here and just making sure I scoped it out. Now that she is done with her base, she did use the One Size On Till Dawn spray. And she just sprayed her face with it. The next step we're gonna do, we're gonna go in with the lip contour. Next, she just lined her lips. So I'm going in with the ColourPop Lippy Pencil in the shade Chain Reaction. So I'm just gonna overline my lips like she did. I'm done with my lips. She did go to the brows. So for the brows, she did use Rare Beauty Harmony Brow Pencil, and I have it in the shade Deep Brown. And we're just gonna go and we're just going to fill in our brows. Me personally, I usually do my brows first, so this is different for me, but I mean, we're just gonna try it out. I used to be so in love with this pencil, and I literally remember why. It is just like the bomb.com when it comes to doing your brows. Hands down. Now that the brows are done, she did go in with the Fenty Beauty Hella Thick Mascara. This is not my favorite mascara, but we're just gonna do it because she did it. But this is not my favorite mascara, but it does get your lashes thick. So we are just going in with Fenty Beauty Hella Thick Mascara. She did curl her lashes before this. Me personally, I don't curl my lashes, so you know, you can do it to your liking. So this is what it's looking like so far. So after she did her lashes, she went in with her lips. So for the lips, she used Maybelline Vinyl Lip Color Captivated and the NYX Shine Loud Global Citizen. So I am just gonna use my, where are you? I'm just gonna use my NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Madeline. And I'm just gonna use this to brighten up or give it that ombre look. And we're just gonna keep building it. And then I'm gonna go over with a clear gloss. I'm not gonna name the gloss because I don't like the company no more. I'm just using this so I could get it out the way. But I'm just gonna go over it with a clear gloss. Okay guys, so here's the final look. I did go back and add some lashes because I'm just like a lashes girly. But this is the final look. Tell me what you guys think. If you like this video, like, comment, and subscribe. And thank you so much. Peace.